Around the World in 80 Days will continue in a moment here on A&E.
I really didn't want my husband to color his gray hair.
But then I discovered this, a hair coloring called Just for Men.
And now he looks better than ever.
Simply apply Just for Men, and in 5 minutes, rinse. Just for Men blends away the gray for a totally natural look. No wonder 8 out of 10 women prefer the Just for Men look to the gray look.
It's like you took off 10 years.
And in just 5 minutes.
Just for Men. She'll love the way you look.
A revolution is underway. 1-800-COLLECT. Now America's least expensive way to call someone collect. All across America, people are dialing it instead of 0 to make the long-distance charges easier for their friends and family to accept. They've been given the choice. They're making the change. 1-800-COLLECT.
We have so much to celebrate. Corbel Champagne.
This just isn't me. This just isn't my kind of luck.
Think about your daily dreams and what you would do if you won $1 million. Miracles can happen. Publishers Clearinghouse.
Now you can leave it all behind and spend a year in Provence. Call 1-800-423-1212 and you can own the complete collector's edition box set of A&E's enchanting series, A Year in Provence, all 4 seasons, packaged on 4 video cassettes. Order now, and for $79.95 plus shipping and handling, this Year in Provence tote bag will be yours free as a gift. Order the box set and receive the tote bag at no extra cost. Call 1-800-423-1212. We now return to Around the World in 80 Days, starring David Niven. Around the World in 80 Days will continue in a moment here on A&E.
We put so much fruit in new, better-tasting Dannon blended yogurt, we can barely contain ourselves. And we're not alone.
Fruit is great. It's the best thing from Dannon since
the last thing.
Now that Dannon blended fat-free yogurt is fruitier and creamier, folks can't contain themselves. With some exceptions. Life's a peach.
I should be so rich.
You gotta try it.
Want to see my mouth water?
Try new, better-tasting Dannon blended yogurt. With so much fruit, we can barely contain ourselves. Can you?
It's just plain soap until it chemically reacts with water and dries to a dull, waxy film that clings to every bathroom surface. It's soap scum, and it's very hard to get rid of. Or was. Introducing new Tilex Soap Scum Remover, formulated specifically to dissolve soap scum on contact. Just spray it on and wipe it off to get your whole bathroom scum-free. New Tilex Soap Scum Remover, the sure way to wipe out soap scum.
In centering, it's the wacky, tacky, glorious history of the circus. Also in this month's issue, the private life of Winslow Homer, Oscar winner Whoopi Goldberg, and Kenny Rogers. All in the July issue of the Arts and Entertainment Monthly. To begin your yearly subscription for only $18 a year, 23 Canadian dollars, call 1-800-238-2800 and receive a free CD of the music of Leonard Bernstein.
People, man, good all night. Every
behind in your car paintings?
We're always on the lookout for a few good men.
Do you know where your car is?
That was intense! Repo man's always intense.
Henry Estevez and Harry Dean Stanton.
Repo man goes it alone.
Lie, cheat,
Don't underestimate me, eh?
and have a license to steal.
That's what I call the repo code, kid. Don't forget it. Etch it in your brain.
Repo Man, Saturday on A&E.
We now return to Around the World in 80 Days, starring Canteen Plus. Around the World in 80 Days will continue in a moment here on A&E.
I'm about to cook a low-fat feast before your very eyes, using all-natural Pam cooking spray instead of oil or butter. With Pam, nothing comes between you and the taste of your food. No funny aftertaste to cover up the flavors. And it's the only leading spray that's 100% natural. You cut down on fat and cholesterol, not on taste. With Pam, nothing comes between you and the taste of your food.
What exactly does the Maytag repairman do all day? It's probably not fixing washers and dryers, because we build them to last longer and need fewer repairs.
Solitario.
So whatever old Lonely's doing, it's okay with us. Because the less time he spends doing his job, the better we've done ours. Maytag, the dependability people.
Excuse me. Yeah. Oh. Sorry, tell me, do you like Stephen King?
King? Ooh, frightening stuff.
How would you like to buy Gerald's Game for $7.95?
The hardcover?
Yep, and you don't have to buy anything more.
You got a deal.
Introducing the Stephen King Library, now shockingly easy and inexpensive to acquire, starting with Gerald's Game for just $7.95. What comes to mind when I say Stephen King?
Psychos with hatchets. Demon dogs.
Your collection will build into an entire gruesome library. Pet Cemetery, Misery, The Shining, Carrie. There's no commitment or minimum to buy. Cancel anytime. What do you think of when I say Stephen King? Gerald's Game is classic King. Get it for only $7.95. Call now before it's too late.
Nasty creatures you wouldn't believe.
Call 1-800-354-3400 now to get Gerald's Game. Keep it and pay just $7.95 plus shipping and handling. Future volumes will come, one every 7 weeks, each with a 10-day free trial. Keep only the ones you want, cancel anytime.
We now return to Around the World in 80 Days. Around the World in 80 Days will continue in a moment here on A&E. Here's straight answers to questions about your hearing.
Sure, I ask people to repeat themselves.
A lot.
Does that mean I have a hearing problem? Maybe you do. Maybe you don't.
One way to find out is to take Beltone's free 10-step hearing test. Beltone's 10-step test will tell you what you're hearing and what you're not. If your test shows you don't need hearing help, we'll be the first to tell you. You'll even hear for yourself how a hearing aid could help you. Plus, when you're finished, we'll give you a copy of your test results to take home.
If you have questions about our free hearing evaluation, the choice is clear. Get the answers in Beltone's Guide to Better Hearing. It's free if you call this toll-free number now.
I love going out and having a good time, but sometimes all the noise makes it hard to hear what people are saying.
When you visit a Beltone center, we'll help you choose from over 60 different models of advanced Beltone hearing aids, like Clear Voice, custom-made to suit your individual hearing loss and lifestyle. In this noisy world, millions of Americans struggle to hear voices clearly. At Beltone, you'll deal with true professionals who really care about helping you enjoy the world around you more.
Want to know more about Beltone's products? The choice is clear. Get the answers by calling for your free guide to better hearing now.
I know I need a hearing aid, but I don't want to wear one of those big clunky things. Don't you have something I can wear that isn't so obvious?
Beltone's in-the-canal hearing aids are tiny. Some are no bigger around than a contact lens. See? They're almost invisible. Most people only notice how much better you're hearing. If you want straight answers about your hearing, the choice is clear. Beltone.
Call 1-800-922-4600 now and get straight answers to your hearing questions in Beltone's Guide to Better Hearing. It's free. Call now and you'll also get this free hearing test coupon. Call today, 1-800-922-4600. That's 1-800-922-4600.
tonight on A&E.
At 7:30 Eastern, John Williams conducts the Boston Pop Astronaut Orchestra for an A&E holiday tradition. Pops goes the fourth.
Then Joan Hickson stars in an Agatha Christie mystery. Miss Marple, a murder is announced.
Followed by Comedy at Caroline's, tonight on A&E.
It's time well spent.
Murders without a clue. Mysteries wrapped in riddles. A kaleidoscope of dead ends for the wizard of whodunit. Sherlock Holmes, Monday on A&E.
We now return to Around the World in 80 Days, starring David Niven. Around the World in 80 Days will continue in a moment here on A&E.
First time I switched pain relievers, it was from aspirin to Tylenol. Then recently I switched again, from Tylenol acetaminophen to Advil. You see, I got these really pounding headaches, and I found Tylenol didn't always get rid of all the pain. So I tried Advil, and found that for my really tough headaches, 2 Advil worked better than 2 extra-strength Tylenol tablets, better than extra-strength Tylenol caplets, better than Tylenol gel caps. For my tough headaches, Advil just works better. Advil, advanced medicine for pain.
Gary Shandling and Brian Benben, two funny guys, each with his own show on HBO.
Larry Sanders Show, followed by Dream On.
Close, personal friends.
Is it Brian? Brian, right?
Right.
And now working back to back.
You know, Gary, I'm a huge fan of yours.
You're a good-looking man.
Now HBO brings you what critics have called the best hour of comedy on television. Every week on HBO.
This is sort of exciting.
I'm very excited
Me
about
too. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
here we go.
Here he comes again. Ray Stevens is back.
Did that burn to...
With a brand new video. Ray Stevens Live. 11 great songs, including Guitar Zan. Ahab the Arab. Shriners Convention. I saw Elvis in a UFO.
Saw Elvis in a UFO.
Misty. Look at me. That musical funny man is loose again. This time live on stage for almost 1 full hour of new zany family entertainment. Here's how to order.
For rush delivery, have your credit card ready and call 1-800-847-7200 or send $19.98 plus $4.50 shipping to Ray Stevens Live, P.O. Box 4236, Omaha, Nebraska. Or call 1-800-847-7200.
It's time
Ready?
I guess so. To solve a mystery on A&E.
Why are you scared?
It's time.
I was afraid. I'm still afraid.
To track a killer on A&E.
All we know, he was stabbed. But you don't think so?
It's time
Where is my husband?
to indulge your fantasies on A&E.
Exactly what did happen last night?
It's time well spent. The Mystery Theater, weekdays on A&E.
We now return to Around the World in 80 Days. Around the World in 80 Days will continue in a moment here on A&E.
Add the following line to your autoexec.bat file. Chapter 4, troubleshooting. You told me you can do this. Will you help me on this, please? I'm trying. What? File not, says file not found. You lost the presentation? If you want to just call the support line, try it again, please.
You sure you guys know what you're doing?
If you want a computer that's easy to use, there's still only one way to go.
Michael Crawford brings you the power and passion. Andrew Lloyd Webber. Set your spirit soaring with one of the greatest voices of our time.
The dawn was breaking, the world was waking.
13 of Andrew Lloyd Webber's most memorable songs.
It's so easy to leave me and say you'll share with me one love, one lifetime.
Michael Crawford and the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra.
Power of the music of the night.
Feel the power.
In centering, it's the wacky, tacky, glorious history of the circuit. Also in this month's issue, the private life of Winslow Homer, Oscar winner Whoopi Goldberg, and Kenny Rogers. All in the July issue of the Arts and Entertainment Monthly. To begin your yearly subscription for only $18 a year, 23 Canadian dollars, call 1-800-238-2800 and receive a free CD of the music of Leonard Bernstein.
They blazed the trails and rode the plains. From Tombstone to Dodge City, the settlers, outlaws, lawmen and chiefs, the epic saga of the legendary people and places that made the West wild. The true stories of a time long ago. The Real West. Hosted by Kenny Rogers. Time well spent. Thursday on A&E.
We now return to Around the World in 80 Days, starring Shirley MacLaine. Around the World in 80 Days will continue in a moment here on A&E.
Great glasses. Thanks. Everyone likes my glasses, but they weigh a ton. You don't have to put up with heavy glasses anymore. Because at LensCrafters, we have so many new ways to make glasses more comfortable.
LensCrafters exclusive Featherweights lenses. Lighter, slimmer. And LensCrafters will still make your glasses in about an hour.
I never knew glasses could be this comfortable.
LensCrafters Featherweights lenses. Lighter weight for greater comfort. Eye exams available.
$1-800-COLLECT. America's least expensive way to call someone collect. Out on the road? This is the number to remember. 1-800-COLLECT. America's least expensive way to call someone collect.
For women only. How much married sex is normal? Is being thin an unnatural state for you? The dead giveaway that a man will be unfaithful. For women only. Women's questions. Women's lives. The Women's Encyclopedia of Health and Emotional Healing. Expert advice from over 100 women doctors and researchers. Over 2,000 health facts on aging to weight control, sex to widowhood, yours to examine free for 3 full weeks. For women only. How to get your husband to share more of the housework. For expert answers and secret solutions, call now. You'll also get this bonus book, The Busy Woman's Survival Guide, free. For women only. Women who enjoy complete sexual fulfillment. Call now to get the Women's Encyclopedia of Health and Emotional Healing free for 3 full weeks. Keep it and we'll bill you in 4 easy installments of just $6.99 each. Call 1-800-847-7200.
We now return to Around the World in 80 Days, featuring Peter Lorre. Around the World in 80 Days will continue in a moment here on A&E.
The first time I switched pain relievers, it was from aspirin to Tylenol. Then recently I switched again, from Tylenol acetaminophen to Advil. You see, I got these really pounding headaches, and I found Tylenol didn't always get rid of all the pain. So I tried Advil and found that for my really tough headaches, 2 Advil worked better than 2 extra-strength Tylenol tablets, better than extra-strength Tylenol caplets, better than Tylenol gel cap. For my tough headaches, Advil just works better. Advil, advanced medicine for pain.
Wow, it was a special feeling. I loved it right away.
Arm & Hammer Dental Care. What's it like the first time?
Like a burst of clean. My mouth felt so clean and so healthy that it was just like leaving the dentist's office.
That fresh from the dentist feeling. It's because Arm & Hammer has twice the baking soda of any other major brand and all the cavity-fighting fluoride dentists recommend.
Now I get that fresh from the dentist feeling every single time I brush.
Arm & Hammer Dental Care. All the fluoride, twice the baking soda for that fresh from the dentist feeling of clean.
Hey, want to see how AT&T could save you more than MCI or Sprint? No, really. First, go find your last phone bill. Trust me, it's worth it. You're not going to do it, are you? Okay, look at this bill. See, most people call the same way, to one area code, over and over. And this is just 1 month. Imagine a whole year. Well, if you spend $40 a month on long distance, AT&T will give you 25% off to that one area code you're always calling. Now, write down this number, 1-800-437-0966. It's how to get 25% off AT&T calls to any one area code you select, any time of day. It's free. Plus, we'll give you 15% off the rest of your calls. So, like I said, AT&T could save you more than MCI or Sprint. And you didn't believe me. Call now for 25% off where it means the most. Just another part of the iPlan.
We now return to Around the World in 80 Days, featuring Marlena Dietrich. Around the World in 80 Days will continue in a moment here on A&E.
These vegetables are about to be perfectly steamed, like food has never been steamed before, in the Black & Decker Handy Steamer. Because deliciously steamed food requires perfect timing.
Time 1978. Place Guyana. Crime, the Jonestown Massacre. Suspect, Jim Jones. To his followers, he was a charismatic reverend.
I'll serve you right straight in the shoulder. Right there.
To outsiders, he was an abusive egomaniac.
I know I'm happy here, and I know my mind.
Mind control, murder, and mass suicide.
Take our life from us. We laid it down. We got tired.
A cult tragedy that defies comprehension on American Justice. Wednesday on A&E.
They invade by the thousands, leaving an invisible chemical trail. But ants can be stopped by the exterminator, the Orkin Man. The exterminator wipes out ant armies with the awesome power of his advanced pest control technology. He destroys ants and their colony and makes sure they never return. Guaranteed. The exterminator, the Orkin Man. One call destroys them all.
Every 5 minutes, a baby is born in the United States exposed to crack. Do crack while you're pregnant, and your baby may be affected for life.
We now return to Around the World in 80 Days, featuring John Carradine. Around the World in 80 Days will continue in a moment here on A&E.
Some hairdo. Years ago, I thought I had the world figured out. For tough headaches, I took Tylenol, but it didn't always get rid of all the pain. Back then, my doctor prescribed some medicine that really helped. The same medicine I can get in non-prescription strength, in Advil. For my tough headaches, 2 Advil work better than 2 Tylenol gel caps. Nowadays, when a tough headache starts, I take what works better for me, Advil. Maybe you do get smarter with age. Advil, advanced medicine for pain.
Can I borrow your TV screen? This is what happens with a typical luxury car in a panic stop. About 2 tons of weight dives to the front. But this is what happens with an Infiniti Q45A. The world's first full active suspension helps you stay level and controlled. How? I'd have to mess up your screen a lot. Visit your Infiniti showroom for a guest drive.
Lovejoy snagged the bargain of the century.
We've cracked it, Eric. We've cracked it.
Stolen.
Do we have to bring mistrust and suspicion into this?
Charming, mysterious, and just sold.
You'd better answer it, hadn't you?
What's this? Straight off the auctioneer's block to the chopping block?
He's after you, Lovejoy. Where's Lovejoy?
On Lovejoy Mysteries. Monday on A&E.
We now return to Around the World in 80 Days, starring Cantinflas. Around the World in 80 Days will continue in a moment here on A&E.
This car is equipped with just about every safety device available today, like safety glass, airbag, see-through shoulder belts. And the nationwide insurance company fought for every one of them. Unfortunately, the safety device that saves the most lives was ignored.
No, thanks. I'm driving.
Your nationwide insurance agent urges you not to drink and drive.
15 years ago, a child began her journey, and a drop of water began its journey. Day after day, she perfected her skills, and the mountains enriched the water. Only after 15 years can she truly achieve her best. And the water can be called Evian, pure, balanced Evian natural spring water from the French Alps. To be the best takes time.
It's for everybody back home in your country who wants to know how you're doing. It's for all the cousins who always kept in touch no matter what. It's special country savings, part of the iPlan from AT&T. And it's the way you can save 15% on all the international calls you make to the one country of your choice. So it's perfect for calling all the new relatives you gained when you said, I do. Call now and you can start saving 15%. And not just to one or two numbers, but to everyone you want to call, whenever you want to call them. It's easy, there's no sign-up fee, and no monthly fee. So call for your 15% savings today, because it's for all the people close to you who happen not to live so close. International savings for the way you call. Just another part of the iPlan. I is for individual.
We now return to Around the World in 80 Days, featuring Robert Morley. Around the World in 80 Days will continue in a moment here on A&E.
I'm about to cook a low-fat feast before your very eyes, using all-natural Pam cooking spray instead of oil or butter. With Pam, nothing comes between you and the taste of your food. No funny aftertaste to cover up the flavors. And it's the only leading spray that's 100% natural. You cut down on fat and cholesterol, not on taste. With Pam, nothing comes between you and the taste of your food.
We now return to Around the World in 80 Days, starring Shirley MacLaine. Around the World in 80 Days will continue in a moment here on A&E.
It was Memorial Day. I'm barbecuing for 30. I got the best chicken, I got the best steaks, I got the cheap charcoal, and I got burned. Fire's out. Totally.
What do we eat?
Sorry.
Go out.
So don't get burned by cheap charcoal. Not the best.
Kingsford charcoal. Fights faster, cooks longer. Kingsford, the sure fight.
We now return to Around the World in 80 Days. Around the World in 80 Days will continue in a moment here on A&E.
Daddy, smell my flowers.
Oh, my sinuses. When sinus trouble strikes, reach for Nazatine. Watch as they...
Still going. Nothing outlasts the Energizer. They keep going and going.
These vegetables are about to be perfectly steamed, like food has never been steamed before, in the Black & Decker Handy Steamer. Because deliciously steamed food requires perfect timing.
We have so much to celebrate. Corbel Champagne.
This Independence Day, if you want patriotism, pageantry, and pyrotechnics that'll light up your night, come to A&E for an evening of spectacular music with the Boston Pops Esplanade Orchestra conducted by John Williams in his farewell performance. Join host Jack Perkins for Pops Goes the Fort tonight.
Hi, Jim's not here right now, but you can catch the Rockman Files weeknights at 6 Eastern here on A&E.
And now the conclusion of Around the World in 80 Days.